I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out of here before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the drive-thru. Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, double live free picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And deliver those winners, our professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. So let's meet the cappers and get right to the picks because we don't mess around here on the drive-thru. Let's say hello, Brian. Brian, what's going on?
I'll tell you what, the last couple of weeks have been rough for me, but, you go through those patches and scappers. I'm ready to break out of it. Just the right time with football just around the corner.
Football, not too far, regular season football, not too far away. Javon, what's happening?
Yeah, what's going on, Tony? Yeah, hey, rather go through that rough patch in August than September. So I can feel Brian on that. As for me, steady as she goes, winning day, then a losing day, then another winning day, just alternating. So last night was a winning performance. My only play hit. Preseason NFL game that ran me to 2-0 for the preseason. So yeah, looking to get it done tonight.
Very good. Let's say hello to Rod. What's going on?
Well, not too much. Just one of those things. It's August. It started off pretty good, and then it's been up and down. Baseball's kicked my ass. CFL was all right. Hey, I lost the streak that we had been on a nice little winning streak there in the CFL. I was on the Tiger Cats, and they fumbled that game away last night. But hey, those happen. Can't win every single one. So as Juan said, yeah, I don't mind losing a couple here in August. This time of year. Because football's right around the corner. So get this losing streak out of the way now in August, and then we'll get the real win and going come college football season, which is right around the corner. I can't wait.
Very good. Yeah, I'm having a great year in baseball. I had to drop the Marlins yesterday, but looking to bounce back today. So let's get to the games here. We'll start with the NFL preseason. 3 on the board for tonight. So let's get to the games here from the NFL here. Action on Friday nights, so we'll get the board up for you guys ready to go. NFL, we got Lions and the Falcons for tonight. We see the Lions here 3.5-point favorites on the road. Total sits here at 33. And then also tonight we will have Browns and Panthers. Shedeur Sanders getting the start. Panthers down to 5. We've seen this one come down a little bit. This number was a little higher. Actually, we've seen 6s in some places, but coming down here now to 5. Total sits here at 33, going down on that total. Next up, we've got Commanders and Patriots to complete the 3 games for Friday. In this one, we have the Patriots favorite 6.5 at home, total 37. We get this one underway here with, hang on one second. We get it underway here with Rod.
Yeah, and look at these games here tonight. One I'm looking at, I like the Lions here to score first in this matchup. Hey, this will be their second preseason game. First one, hey, they didn't start off so good, but I think here in this game, they do get off to that good start. Lions score first in that matchup. We know Atlanta ain't going to start QB1 or QB2, so you're going to be dealing with their third stringer and fourth stringer there in that one between those two. But I think the Lions come out hot. Campbell gets his team rolling. They score first. And then another one I'm looking at, I like the under here, Washington and New England at 36. I know we've seen all 3 of yesterday's games go over, but I like the under there. We know New England defensively has been solid over the last few seasons, so they're deep depth-wise on defense. I think they're able to slow up this Washington squad, and Washington defensively can do the same. 36 points, just too many. Give me the under 36, Washington and New England.
All right, next up, we shall move right on over to Javon.
Yeah, I mean, I want to play Detroit in some form or fashion. We did miss the number at opening. What was it, -0.5? It's now, or +0.5, whatever it was. It's now outside of the field goal. But for me, I really don't care because in this particular game, I do think that that Detroit bounces back. Has such a horrible showing with their QBs in the Hall of Fame game that I call this a bounce back situation like you would in another sport like the NBA or one of the one of the sports that plays on a regular basis and not week in and week out like the NFL. So I do expect the two quarterbacks, the two backups, to do what they have to do. Besides that, you have Easton Stick on the other side under center, and then after that, you'll have Emory Jones. Two stiffs shouldn't even be in the league. I don't know how Easton Stick's kicking around. He did have one decent game last season in relief that I remember. I forget who it was against, but it was a game where everyone thought they were gonna get blown out, and they ended up blowing that team out. I forget what game it was. It was during the season after Herbert got injured. But regardless of that, I'm just playing on that situation. And on both sides of the ball, the Detroit Lions, they looked horrible. I expect for Campbell to have some things shored up, and he kind of intimated that throughout the week in some quotes. So I'm looking forward to the Lions doing the job, and I do agree with Rod on the under. This with these line moves, at some point you want to get some buyback. That's how I like to play it, at least. And I think this is a game where you could do that. It'll be interesting to see how long the Patriots starters play. They are going to get some playing time in this one. By all reports, they look good in the joint practice. So maybe that'll carry over to today. But regardless, I don't know if that would translate to the full game of them scoring enough points to get this done. I don't think the Commanders are gonna do what they have to do to get this over the total to contribute. So it'll be the under for me.
Yeah, from Javon. All right, next up we move right on over to Brian.
Yeah, it's a rough slate as far as free picks go, but I think Kyle Allen might be the biggest stiff in this game. I mean, Easton Stick's no Joe Montana, that's for sure, but I don't know. The Detroit Lions don't seem to put an emphasis in preseason winning. Atlanta Falcons at home, if you're getting 3.5, I think it's a field goal game. So I'm going to take the 3.5 with Atlanta here. And then Carolina Panthers here laying 5.5, 6, -6. It's just, I think, I shouldn't say it's going to mean more to Carolina this preseason than Cleveland because the Browns are going to be pretty horrific this year. But, Sanders out there for the first time. I think we'll see Carolina first and second string players longer in this one. I'm going to lay the points with the Carolina Panthers to get out of the gates with a W and a cover.
From Brian, tell you what I think here about these games here. I'm going to take the over in Cleveland, Carolina. We're starting to see these teams open it up with these backups, throwing the football more and then running the football. It's not like old school, just hand the football off. I know they want to throw. They want to see what they got with these backups, receivers, offensive linemen, and quarterbacks, right? There's really good depth in the receiver position right now for the Panthers. Of course, behind Bryce Young, you got some experience in Andy Dalton, Jack Plummer. The Browns' backup, Tyler Huntley, has NFL experience. And the running backs, tight ends are all healthy here. And receivers healthy for the Browns coming in as they have depth on their offensive line. So I like the over in this one between Cleveland and Carolina. Look at that Lions-Atlanta game. I'm going to take the plus price here with Atlanta. Detroit said right before the start of preseason, they don't care less about preseason. They're not going to play any starters in the preseason. Basically, they're going to they're going to run their starters during the scrimmages and practices. So I understand the coach talk, but really their focus is really on the practice and scrimmages, not preseason. So I'll look at them in this spot. I'm not really impressed with Allen or Hendon Hooker at all for Detroit. Easton Stick does have some experience at the quarterback position, but I'm getting some points here with Atlanta, and they're the home team. And it doesn't matter to me that Detroit played last week and they lost because they said going in to the preseason they could care less about these games. So I'm going to go ahead and take Atlanta in that spot. Also like the under in Washington and New England. QB3 Johnson, QB4 Hartman will start for quarterback for New England. Will play. Johnson, 39 years old. He threw 5 passes since 2022. Hartman was on the Commanders. They're playing for Hartman. Playing for Washington. I'm sorry. Johnson and Hartman are on the Washington team. And Hartman was on the Commanders practice squad last season. Of course, New England quarterback Drake May should see limited action. Of course, the coach said all starters are going to play, but didn't know how long, so I'm guessing just a series here. You do have Woodridge, Dobbs, NFL starting series behind him. but the Patriots receiving health is a concern here. I could see a good deal of running plays on their side because of the issues with the receivers. QB 3 and 4 playing for the Commanders here. So I'll look at Jaden Daniels in the lineup tonight here for Washington. So I'll look at the under New England and Washington Commanders. All right, let's continue here on the drive-through. As we turn our attention to Major League Baseball, 15 games here to be played tonight, all in prime time hour. So let's get the graphics set to roll here. Let's get into Major League Baseball for today here as we'll start it up here. Before we get to Major League Baseball, I just want to make note that there is a little bit of a change here from earlier on. Wang Tang will now be the primary pitcher for the Giants, as the Giants will now go with an opener as they host Washington, Jake Irvin going. But looking at the weather, it doesn't look like any bad weather anywhere. A lot of hot weather in the Midwest, like in the 90s, in the mid-80s, high 80s in the Midwest, 90 in the White Sox game. Of course, the Milwaukee and Texas both playing domes, but we're seeing some hot weather here tonight, and really no rain in the forecast anywhere. So let's get to the games for tonight's action. We'll start with the first 5 here in the block. Reds and Pirates. Here we got the Reds $1.17. Total sits here at 7.5. Athletics and Orioles. It's the Orioles $1.25 at home. Total sits at 10. Astros and Yankees. Yankees $1.15. Total sits at 8. We got Angels and Tigers. It's the Tigers $2.52. Total 7.5. And then we'll close the block off with Marlins and Braves. We got the Marlins here $1.18. Total of 8. Note they will play a doubleheader tomorrow. Day-night doubleheader tomorrow. Marlins and Braves. We get the block underway here with Rod.
Yeah, the first one on the block, looking at that Marlins Braves game. Hey, Bryce Elder on the bump, so fade that guy. I'll take the Marlins to bounce back after that debacle by their bullpen yesterday. Rare on the bump. I think he has himself a good start, so give me the Marlins there in the bounce back here tonight. Also like an over there. I think we see plenty of offense like we did last night over that 8. And then another one I'm looking at in this time block is I like the Pirates here in this spot. You look at that Pirates bullpen. Hey, did their job last time out for Skeens and got him to win one of the rare Skeens wins that they haven't fared so well in his starts. But this year when the Pirates give up 0 runs from that bullpen, they're 18-5. Well, you look at Burns on the other side. I don't know. Cincinnati's a favorite. Looks like they're trying to hook you right into that one, going, come on, Met Cincinnati. Burns for Cincinnati is sporting a 9 ERA on the road. His home and away splits are just craziness. It's almost a 5-run difference there. I think Cincinnati is going to get themselves rocked. Give me the Pittsburgh Pirates there in that one. And then give me the under Astros, Yankees. Schlittler has been solid enough for the Yankees. He can go down some Astros. And hey, Hunter Brown on the bump for the Astros. We know what the Yankees bats do at times, and they can go cold. So give me the under Astros and Yankees.
Yeah, from Rod. Next up, we move right on over to Javon.
Yeah, hold your nose for this one. We are on the Angels, the LA Angels. This is too much plus money to pass up. I know Scooble is one of the best in this league. But with that said, I don't expect them to go the full 9 in this one. The Angels, they're abysmal against lefties right now in recent games, granted, but I expect this to be a close game in the middle of the later stages of this ball game. Kyle Hendricks, a guy who I religiously have faded throughout his career, he has been pitching better. You got to say that about him. And I believe, don't quote me on it, but I believe the Angels bullpen, I know they had gotten roughed up at some point, but see what's up with their recent form. Their bullpen has, been downright stingy as of late. So, take this into the later stages of the game. Scooble's out of the game. It's a 1-run, 2-run game. I think that, that's advantage Angels as far as their bats go dealing with the Detroit Tigers bullpen. So give me that plus money. If you're scared about that, then it's still plus money at plus 1.5. So that's how I would play that one.
Yeah, from Javon. Next up, we move right on over to Brian.
In this slot of games here, I'm going to take the Athletics on the money line. And I'm an Orioles guy. I've gone down with the ship a couple times, lots of times this year with Baltimore. But Sagano's got hit over his last 5 games, and this Athletics team just they play better baseball on the road, and at a plus money price, I'll take the A's. And I'm going to go for the second day in a row. Actually, it's probably the fourth day in a row on the Atlanta Braves. Bryce Elder, if you take away that 8-run start that he had over his last 5, he hasn't been pitching as bad. I love Edward Cabrera. I mean, him and Yuri Perez are my guys, but I think the Braves might have got out of their funk last night, and I'm going to take the plus money at home with Atlanta.
There we go from Brian. Tell you what I think here about some of these games here. I'll be looking at Athletics in this one. Athletics have been hitting the ball pretty well, 311 over their past 5. Look at the past 6 for the Baltimore Orioles, just $1.93. Again, 6 road appearances, ERA under 3. Sagano, look at his past 9 starts, ERA near 7. Athletics bullpen in very good form right now. I look at the Athletics here. You look at this Orioles bullpen past 24 games, ERA over 6. It's got to be Athletics for me there. I'll come in with Houston in this spot. Houston has hit the ball pretty well. You look at the past 7, Yankees 212. Astros bullpen, pretty good form right now. The Yankees not. Skittler in his 2 home starts, ERA over 5.5. I'll look at the Astros there in that spot. I'm with Devon. Give me the big plus money with the Angels. LA Tigers hit just 240 over their past 25 games. Hendricks past 9 starts, ERA 3.5. This Detroit bullpen has been terrible over their past 25 games, ERA over 6. And the Angels, well, as a dog of plus $2 or greater, they're now 5-1 as a road underdog of plus $2 or greater, returning 10 units. So I'll take the Angels there in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru as we continue on with Major League Baseball. We'll hit the middle block of games for you right now. And in this block, we will have Guardians and White Sox. We have Cleveland here, $1.21. Total sits here at 8. Then we'll go to Phillies, Rangers. Phillies, $1.27. Total 7.5. Mets and Brewers. Here we got the Brewers, $1.48. Total coming at 8. Royals and Twins. So we see the Twins here, $1.31. Total 8.5. And the block with Cubs and Cardinals. Cubs now $1.63 on the road. This one's moved up. Total sits there 8.5. Get it underway with Rod.
Yeah, a couple I like in this block. I like the under between the Kansas City Royals, Minnesota Twins. We've kind of seen this matchup once already this season. Was a 4-0 game, Lugo versus Ryan. So I think both those guys have another good start there. Ryan went 7 innings in that 4-0 game. I think he goes deep there for the Twins. Lugo, same thing. I think he has a good start there as well because you look at that lineup for the Twins and it's nothing to write home about. Definitely missing some big bats in that lineup they're rolling with, not so good. Lugo's going to have himself a good start as well. So give me the under 8.5 there. And then another one I'm going to give you a prop. I like Boyd here for the Cubs, rolling along. Hey, McGreevy for St. Louis. Hey, he looked good at times, but I think he's going to get smacked around here by this Cubs squad. Why? Because Boyd just dominates St. Louis. We've seen Boyd match up against St. Louis a couple times this season already, and he's had no problems mowing down these Cardinals. It was an 8-0 win for the Cubs back on June 25th. Boyd went 6 innings in that contest. And then recently, not so long ago, he went rolling along about a month ago in July 6th. Boyd went against Fetty on the bump for St. Louis. Boyd went 5 innings, rolled along. Cubs got the win, 11-0 in that matchup. So, like the Cubs here in the spot, but I'm going to isolate Boyd's strikeouts. His last time out, he had 8 strikeouts. His strikeout prop for this game is a 4.5. I extended it up to over 7.5 strikeouts plus 300 for Matthew Boyd. He mows down the Cards tonight and gets us 8 strikeouts.
There we go with Rod. Next up, we move on over Javon.
Yeah, we're looking at the Phillies Rangers under both first 5 and full game, but I would take the first 5 as a stronger play. Dare I say I might extendo clip it, lower it to 2.5. To get some good plus money out the deal. The fact of the matter is, Christopher Sanchez, he's just, going along in his starts, having strong starts. Last game, case in point against Detroit, 2-0 ball game. He went 8 strong, didn't give up a damn thing. And I think that could very well happen to this Texas team. On the other side, we got Merrill Kelly, who is really a dark horse type of pitcher. He doesn't get a lot of credit, but he's a damn strong pitcher in his own right, and he's been doing the job as well. So I don't see much um, for these batters at the plate when these two on the mound in this particular game. In Arlington, where there's been a lot of unders this year, so yeah, first five and might possibly extendo it to from 3.5 to 2.5 to get some good plus money in that one. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We're on Milwaukee. Money line, run line, possible extendo clip as well. Just having like what I seen out of Kodai Senga. Even though the Mets have won his starts, it hasn't been because of him. He's been giving it up. On the other side, you could rely on Brandon Woodruff to give up 1 or 2 runs. He might have a sticky situation in maybe the third or the fourth. That's what it's been in the past couple games that I've watched him pitch. He's been in situations, runners on the base passing, and that's like I would say that second time around on the batting order, but he's really hasn't been drilled, and I don't expect the Mets to get in his way either. So, coupled with the bullpen, I know both bullpens have been giving it up, but still being at home, giving the Milwaukee Brewers just success over the last couple months, gotta roll with them. Can't get in their way; they'll run you over.
There we go from Javon. Next up, we move right on over to Brian.
Yeah, I think Javon hit it right in the head with this grouping of games here. I like the under in the Rangers and Phillies. Christopher Sanchez has been just fantastic, averaging over 7 innings to start over his last 5 with a 1.61 ERA. And Merrill Kelly's been getting it done for the Texas Rangers. I see a 2-1, maybe 1-0 type of score here. So if you can extend that down, take under 5.5 or so. I like the under for sure in the Rangers Phillies.
There we go from Brian. Tell you what I think here about these games here. I'm going to look at this price come down. I'm going to take Tanner Bybee in the Guardians here against the White Sox. Cleveland bullpen has been really sharp. Look at their past 24 games, ERA just under 3.5. They are 13-7 on the road, facing teams getting outscored by a half run per game or greater, returning 6 units. The atmosphere has not been good in these night games at home for Chicago. Not a lot of people show up to them. Chicago just 10-17 in their home night games, losing over 2 units. I'll look at Cleveland in that spot. Yeah, I'm going to take Philadelphia in this one as well. Texas just hitting 229 at home. Sanchez has been pretty sharp. His past 5 starts, ERA under 2. Philly on the road against righty starters, 23-17, returning 3.5 units. As a home dog this year, Texas 6-11. As a home dog of plus 100 or higher, losing 4.5 units. I'll look at the Phillies there in that spot. I'll also come in with let's see, I'm surprised that KC, we've changed the picture there. I'm going to go ahead and take Milwaukee here. Senga, as Brian alluded to, not in very good form. I mean, Milwaukee now 24-8 in their past 32 games, returning 16.5 units. Against his good bullpens this year, the Mets 14-21 on the road, facing a team with a bullpen whip of 1.35 or lower, losing 8 units. I'll look at Woodruff to get it done here with Milwaukee in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru as we close out Major League Baseball with these final 5 on the schedule. We will have for you here Rays and Mariners. We see the Mariners $1.22, total coming down. That hook's gone in some places, 7. Red Sox, Padres $1.65, total of 8. Rockies and D-backs, Diamondbacks 207 with a total of 9. Blue Jays and Dodgers, LA $1.28, total sits at 9. Close out tonight, Giants and Nationals, it's San Francisco $1.60, total coming at 8. Get the block underway here with Rod.
Yeah, for me, in this one, give me the over with Zach Fallen on the mound against the Rockies. We know what he's been doing. Nothing but giving it up. Zach's definitely fallen this year. It might be a year that he might be this last dip down the stretch where he's trying to catch a bag and say, hey, I'm really better than I am, but he's really awful. I really hope nobody tries to sign this guy because nothing good coming from Zach Fallen for the rest of the year here. Look at these numbers that he's been sporting all year. Just been brutal. His numbers over the last month, sporting that 7 ERA. Over the last 2 months, it's almost a 6 ERA for Zach. And then if I go look at his home numbers, it doesn't get any better. 598 in his home games. He's had 11 starts, and only 3 of those at home have been quality starts from a guy that used to pitch gems at home. Austin Gomber, no price chicken on the bump for the Rockies as well. You see what he's been doing over the last month, and he's got a 6 ERA as well. So at 9, that's way light. Give me the over between those two. I'm going to lean to the Rockies. Why not at 2 times your money? I'll take a shot with the Rockies as well. Another one I like in the late night spot is I want to take a shot here with Boston, but I'm going to take the over. I think with Buehler on the bump, he can give up some to this red hot Padres team that 8-2 last 10. Boston 8-2 in last 10, right? So you look at the price point, and I want to lean to Boston at that plus price because Padres versus AL East hasn't been good. 1-8 on the year versus AL East opponents. But I'm going to say at least 6 of those games have been out on the road. So big games. Padres have been hot, but I think we see plenty of offense from Nick Pivetta giving up some runs, Buehler giving up some runs, and then after you get to the bullpens, I think we see some more. Give me the over 8 there. And then we know Washington's been awful. That bullpen's awful. Everything's awful about Washington there, but I don't know. You're trusting in the 2 guys on the bump for San Francisco to try to win some games. I know this is a big series for the Giants. Hey, if they want to stick around this year in any playoff race whatsoever and stay above 500, they need to take advantage of this Washington team that hasn't been good. But I'm going to take the Washington Nationals plus the 1.5. I think it's a one-run game anyway you slice it. If Washington doesn't maybe surprise the Giants to play spoiler, give me the Nationals plus the 1.5 there in that one.
From Rod, next up, Javon.
Yeah, I'm on San Diego, and I'm on them in a big way. Up to -2. It's still no clip style. Just a situation where both of these teams are hot. Let's just call it what it is. But the Red Sox, they took an L in their last game with the acquisition of Dustin May. Bad move by them, but that's a Red Sox move, in a pennant race, if I ever seen one myself. I think that's kind of like poison in the water. Now they're on the road, going to San Diego, a team that knows Walker Buehler well. They faced him many times, and I think he might get drilled in this one, quite frankly. On the other side, you do have Nick Pivetta. The Red Sox do know him, but these are a lot of young bats that haven't seen him before. So I think that he has a solid start. This is in San Diego. Their bats are cracking right now. I think they're going to get through Buehler. And the bullpen has been doing good, but if you get to Buehler early enough, get him out the game. Now you're going to deal with some long relief, and you might get to that bullpen as well. So I think it's all systems go for the home team in this one.
From Javon, up next we have Brian.
Yeah, it's a tough grouping of games here, but I'm going to take the under in the Rockies and Arizona Diamondbacks just because I think the total looks a little light at 9. I would expect the 10 with these 2 pitchers on the mound. I think Zach Gallen, God, that guy used to make me a ton of money back in the day, but he's been getting burned up. I think he has his best start of the year. I'm going to take the under 9. Toronto Blue Jays, I'm going to take them on the money line against the Dodgers. I just love fading the Dodgers, and the way the Toronto Blue Jays have been playing, I think they're still floating under the radar, being able to get them at plus 120. And I'll take the Washington Nationals plus 1.5 here. 32-24 against the number are the Nats. I think it's a 1-run game. I'll take the Nationals on the run line.
From Brian, tell you what I think of here about these games here. I'm going to look here at the Padres to take them on the run line, get that good plus 120, 125 there. Look at Buehler, 9 road starts, ERA 7.5. Look at Pivetta's past 5 starts, ERA 1.14. Against an NL starter with an ERA of 3.2 or lower. Boston 2-4, the run line, losing 3.5 units. Padres at home against these good teams with a 540 or 620 win percentage. 10-5 of the run line, returning 6 units. I'll look at the run line, that one. I like the over in the Blue Jays and Dodgers. Hot weather, wind blowing out a little bit in Dodger Stadium. Toronto hitting 309 over their past 26 games. Scherzer in his 3 road starts, ERA 4.5. Kershaw at home, 6 home starts, ERA nearly 4.5. Blue Jays bullpen has been hammered. Look at the past 26 games, ERA 5.5 there. So looking at these Toronto 11-4 the over on the road, facing a team with a bullpen ERA of 4.2 or higher. Against winning teams, LA 18-10 the over at home, so I like the over in that one. I'll go over in San Francisco and Washington. That's not a big fan here of Irvin. Look at his past 10 starts, ERA over 6. Both bullpens in really poor recent form. Past 30 games, Washington 22-8 to the over. I'll look at against these really bad teams, Giants 6-5 to the over at home. I'll look at the over in that one. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru as we'll turn our attention right on over to the W for tonight. 3 games on set on the Ion Network for tonight, WNBA action. And what we got here from the W, let's see, we get the bottom screen up here in just a second. Here we go. W, we got the Liberty and the Wings here. We got Liberty here, 10.5. The total sitting here at 171. Mystics and Lynx, it's the Lynx, 10.5. Total 157.5. Close it out with Storm and the Aces. Aces 1, total 162.5. Get the block underway with Broad.
Yeah, looking at these WNBA matchups tonight, a couple I'm looking at in these games tonight. First one, looking at the Storm heading into Vegas to take on the Aces, right? Hey, Vegas been rolling along, playing good ball, starting to make a push, getting healthy. It is Asia Wilson's birthday tonight as well for the Aces, but no matter. I think Seattle, hey, they're going to have Sykes going for Seattle and the Storm there tonight. They just picked her up in the trade. I don't think she starts this game. I think they're going to use her as like the sixth player to come in off the bench here in that one. And I like Seattle. They got whooped in their last game. I think this line's telling you everything you need to know. I'll take the Seattle Storm on the money line in that one, come into Vegas and grab the win. Another one I like here, I like the under Liberty and Dallas. I think that line's jumped up from what it was. It was at 7.5. Pop back up. That means I'm going to say that Paige Beckers isn't going to play this game because she was the question mark. If that line's shot up to 11 in the Liberty game, because it had come back down. I see 7.5 some places, but I'm seeing it back up to 11. So I'm going to take the under. I think it's a lower scoring game, slow paced game. Dallas dealing with injuries, so give me the under 171 there. And then the Mystics, hey, they didn't look so good in their last few games. Haven't been playing great. But the Lynx, we know what they've been doing. 15-1 at home straight up. I think the Lynx win this game. But do they cover the 10.5 number? Possibly. I just don't like what I've seen from the Mystics. But I think after 2 days rest here in this first half, we've seen the Lynx have slow starts to games. I think they have their foot off the gas pedal to start this game due to the Lynx. And the Mystics, you're getting 6 in that first half. So I'll grab Washington plus the 6 in the first half in that one. And that wouldn't surprise me if all of a sudden the Lynx come roaring out in that second half and win by 20. It's what they've been doing all season long. So we Washington plus the 6 first half there.
Yeah, from Ron on over to Javon.
Yeah, the only thing I would touch is the under in that Liberty Wings game. Last game they played a couple days ago or 3 days ago. It only hit 161. Not only that, looking at the line move, I don't know what to really make of it. It went up a little bit from opening, then it crashed down. Maybe Brian could speak to that, but it's now at a worse number. I liked it a lot at 175, 174.5. I was gonna make it a premium play, but decided not to. And then since then, since the afternoon, it's come crashing down. So, I don't know what to really make of it. Where that money's coming from? Is it public money or what? Because the initial move was up, up 1.5 or a couple points. So. So right now, I don't know what to make of it. I did like it a lot earlier, though.
It's funny when I hear Javon say the public money coming in. There was a time when there was only sharp money in the W. The public wasn't vetted.
Remember the days in the WNBA?
That's what I'm saying. Last couple of years, you don't know.
You don't know. on over to Brian.
Back in the day, a couple of years ago, the WNBA lines wouldn't be out till like 10:30 in the morning, like Eastern Standard Time. It'd be late in the morning. Now it's catching up to the rest of the leagues. As far as these games go, I got burned by the Liberty the other night against Dallas. Dallas eked out that cover. I think people have People see this New York Liberty 2-10-1 ATS on the road. They haven't been covering the spread in Dallas. I think they've covered 5 of the last 8 off the top of my head, the Wings. I think the Dallas is a home public dog here. I'm going to take the Liberty to just smoke their asses by 20. So give me the Liberty. I'll lay the points here.
There from Brian. Let's continue here on the drive-throughs. Turn our attention over to the single tonight here from the CFL. Looks like in CFL action tonight, Rhino, Rod, and Brian excited for this one.
Got so excited
and
I
Alouettes.
my
So Alouettes 2.5. I'm seeing 2s. I'm seeing 1.5. Total 51.5 here in this CFL battle, and we get this one here underway with Rod.
Pushing that line back up. Some Montreal money coming in here in this one late for sure. In this one, because it's opened at up at 5. It's 4.5 in some places. With the Elks being the dog, Elks have 1 win on the season. Montreal, the big reason here for all this line movement and where things are going. Montreal's dealing with plenty of injuries. We know their starting QB's still got about 4 games out on injury reserve, and hopefully Alexander will be back. Speedy recovery to him. You got Bethel Thompson here for Montreal rolling a QB, and his arm isn't the greatest for him to try to throw this ball down the field. It's not been good. He can take it. If he watches some game film, you can see what Hamilton did against that secondary of the Elks, because it's not the greatest. You can exploit a couple guys in that Elks secondary, because that's where they give it up. They give up plenty of passing yards. It's over 8 yards of play passing this season are the Elks defensively. But you look at what Montreal does against those teams that give up those big passing chunks. They stink. Absolutely stink. 0-10 ATS in the first half is Montreal against the teams that give it up passing. Why? Because we know Montreal can't pass the ball. So the Elks get to sell out on the run, as they say, and let Bethel Thompson's arm try to beat you. Which I don't think he's got the arm to beat you. So I like the Elks here in the first half. I'm going to take them on the money line. I see you could probably get a point and a half there in that first half if you want with the Elks, but no need. Give me them on the money line in that one. And I've just watched the Elks too many seasons year after year over the last few, just lose games, full games. So I cannot get there. If I had a 4.5, I would love the 4.5, but a 2.5, this kind of come down to who got the ball last, like we seen last night. And I don't know. I've just seen the Elks fumble it away too many times. But as I said, Montreal doesn't fare so well against teams that can that give it up through the air. Montreal loves to be methodical and run the ball. So I think they try to run heavy tonight, and they're going to need to throw it. And I think the Elks will be ready for it. So it's a good shot that the Elks get the winner tonight, but I just can't get their full game. Give me the Elks at the half.
From Rod on over to Brian.
I'll tell you what, I think the degenerate gambler, the guy that doesn't know crap about the CFL, looks and says, 5-3 Montreal Alouettes. They're only -1.5. Oh, my God, the Elks suck. I'm going to go all in, bet my mortgage on this one. But the Elks, they've lost 5 straight times to this Alouette team. I bet they got a fire under their ass tonight. I think Edmonton's going to take it. I'm going to take that +1.5 because I'm not going to get burned. And sit there and say, why didn't I take that 1.5? But I like the Elks tonight. The line just tells you what you need to know. I think they're begging for those Alouette money to come in here. I'll take the Elks. They're going to get it done. I'm confident.
Brian, I see. No comment, Javon, any CFL?
Javon likes the Elks. He's
listen, you're lucky that I didn't black out the screen on CFL. I'm not going to disrespect the CFL like that. I'll sit here and listen. It's not the NHL.
All right. We had Javon on screen, so I was wondering, maybe he had something, but he wanted to tune into that information. All right, now it's time for our Parlay Purple segment, where our captain's giving a parlay, team player prop, game of the future. They call the shot here. We get it underway here with Rod.
And for me, we're going to take the Pittsburgh Pirates on the money line. We'll take the Seattle Storm on the money line, and I'm going to take the Elks, but I'm going to take the Elks on the money line in the first half. 3-teamer for us tonight.
Team right there from Rod. Next up, we move right on over to Javon.
I did have a 2-teamer that wasn't put up. I forget what the hell it was. Hold on. Let me see if I can remember real quick. Just by looking at the slate. It was MLB. I can't remember for the life of me what it was. But either way, we are gonna. Oh, okay. It was the L.A. Angels. That's what it was.
There you
L.A.
go.
Angels matched that up with the Chicago White Sox. Big plus money action popping off on this Friday night. And we will roll with Milwaukee Brewers. This is the second one. Milwaukee Brewers matched them up with. This will be a mixed game one. The Detroit Lions. Sorry, mixed two team.
It's the Sox and the Angels. That's you got to call that, Javon. You're living dead. You're living dead parlay right there.
Yep, the White Sox and the Angels. Hey, it might hit.
The
And if
living
it hits,
dead.
though, we living in plus money.
There we go. We move on over to Brian.
Enhanced parlay.
Tell you what, this is my belt to ass 3-game parlay. You're going to take the Edmonton Elks plus the points. You're going to take those losers, the Atlanta Braves, on the money line. Both these teams are going to get it done tonight. Then you're going to toss in the New York Liberty, a horrible spread team, to just smoke the Dallas Wings tonight. It's not going to be Square Friday. It's going to be Square Dancing Friday. That 3-game parlay is going to hit tonight.
There you go. Square dancing with Brian there. I'll tell you what I think here. I'll take the Athletics with the run line Padres and the over in the Blue Jays and the LA Dodgers. All right, we got you through that. Now it's time to see what our cappers have for sale over at Pick Dog Stream. Head into a big weekend of action here for the NFL preseason, WNBA, MLB, and more. Let's see what Brian's got for sale over at Pick Dog Stream for a nice action. Of course, Brian's put together impressive numbers over the past 12 months, 1,266 units of profit. What you got for sale, Brian?
Yeah, I need to get back on track, but you know what? I'm due for a major heater. WNBA has been good to me all year, 38-24, 61% run. My best bet is in the WNBA, $25 titanium at pickdogs.com, or get my Square Dancing 3-pack that has my 3 best bets across the board. Also, my all-access football pass. That includes the NFL preseason for $8.95. Last year ranked number 2 in college football. Pair me up with one of these all-star handicappers here on the show, 2-for-1 capper special. Now's the time to get in on long-term passes. We got football coming up very soon.
There you go. Get Brian over at Pick Dog Stream. We see great results there from Brian. Promo code PICK, save that 15% off. Let's see what Javon's got for sale over at Pick Dog Stream for nice action. Javon's been on a tear here over the last 12 months, over 3,100 units of profit. This is all based on a $100 unit wager size. Javon, what you got for sale?
Yeah, I'm definitely in a stronger position this August as opposed to 12 months ago in August. It was an uphill battle at this point last year. But yeah, we're on the plus side of things, and we're looking to keep it going with 2 plays in the MLB tonight. No preseason NFL action for tonight. Just wasn't anything strong enough for me to get it going. But we will have some action on Saturday and Sunday. That's for damn sure. We are currently 2-0 starting the preseason. It was a down season last year, but to put it in proper perspective, last 3 seasons, I'm running at a 54.22%. 3 years ago, number 1 NFL handicapper. 2 years ago, number 2 NFL handicapper. So even though last year was a down season, you know what that means? That means it's gonna be a revenge year. So jump us on long term, 3 years, 3 day, 7 day, 30 day, yearly. Match me on one of the other handicappers or several of us for the 2-for-1 or multi-cap or emotional. You can't go wrong here. Sports Chat Places Pick Dog. Just get it.
And boy, what you're on over at Pick Dog Stream. We'll see what Rod's got going over at Pick Dog Stream for nice action. Rod, what you got for sale?
I'm bringing over to Pick Dog Stream tonight. 3-pack in the preseason NFL, and then I've got my game of the week in the MLB. Absolutely love that play. You want to head on over and scoop that up so you don't miss out on my game of the week. Nice little 2-1 run with my games of the week, so head on over, scoop that up. Or it's Friday, so best way to go is to grab that 3-day pass. You'll get Friday's action, Saturday's action, Sunday's action. I already got some Saturday action in there as well. 6 plays of total for tonight, so love tonight's card to start the weekend. So best way to go. You got that 2-for-1, 3-for-1, 4-for-1 capper promotional as well. So pair us all up you see here on the show, and let's put us all to work. Put some cash in your pocket as we head into the weekend and get ready for the football season coming up. Long term is the way to go here at Big Dogs and Sports Chat Plays, so take advantage there. don't forget, pick at checkout, save 15% off. But jump aboard long term here, and let's continue to get you some winners.
Great. Get some wins with Rod over at Pick Dog Spin. Go pick at checkout, save that 15% off at checkout. All right, guys. Over at Pick Dog Spin for tonight's action, I got a best bet on the board for Major League Baseball, as well as a 3-pack from baseball, 4 premiums from me. So why don't you get on board, having a great year in Major League Baseball? I'll just sit number 2 unit leader there. Document over at Pick Dog Spin in baseball. So match up with your favorite cappers with the multi-cap promotion and get signed up. You guys love that 3-day pass over the weekend. Great time to get on board. Guys, we're with you here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications, be live with us so you get the plays for you here in real time. A lot of great content here on the Pick Dogs YouTube channel, not just live shows, but weekend shows and more. Of course, Brian, sometimes we see you here on the weekends, and of course, you've got your video on demand as well.
I got my sharp betting contrarian prediction every day at the Pick Dogs YouTube channel. I'm also on every Tuesday and Thursday on the weekday morning show and Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to miss tomorrow, but I'll be back on Sunday hanging out with the guys.
Very good. Of course, Javon, you contribute here on the drive-thru as well as your Parlay segment video series. And you also have the extendo clip, and of course, you're also on the weekend shows here on the Pick Dogs YouTube.
Yeah, the extendo clip, we got that going. In 21 days, 10-10-1 record at plus 588 for $100 bettors, and you could add a 0 to that for $1,000 bettors. So yeah, we're well entrenched in the green when it comes to the extendo clip at a 500 record. Just the way I like it. 2-team parlay didn't go up today, but it will be up tomorrow. And I'll be here Saturday morning, that's tomorrow morning and Sunday morning, and then right back on the drive-thru.
Very good, of course. So, Rod, pretty much a regular here on the drive-thru.
Pretty much regular here on the drive-thru Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. Bringing in some winners. Here's another one. Take Joe Ryan over 9+ strikeouts tonight. He's done this in 3 straight home appearances versus the Royals. Gonna mow him down. Probably gets 10 tonight. Take Joe Ryan over 9+ strikeouts at a nice plus 750.
All right, that's going to do it here for the drive-thru. Guys, we're back again tomorrow live. We're back here Monday live at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications, be live with us, get the plays for you in real time. All right, anybody have any closing comments before we close it out?
Don't sleep on the CFL tonight. Like I said a million times, Elks, Elks, Elks. Thank me later. Take the Elks tonight.
There you go. All right, that'll do it for the show. Going to wait. Goodbye, guys. Make it a winner.